Come on, boys. What a win. What a massive win for us, Chelsea, today. I'm doing the match reaction of the match between Chelsea versus Real Sociedad today, which is Alonso's last preseason game before we head out to the new season next week. Definitely, I will drop in another video very soon about what to expect, my expectations of Alonso, and the targets I feel like we should be setting for him, basically. But all that aside, today's match, spot on. First and foremost, first half was like a dead ass game. Yes, we scored. Roger scored the first goal, but if we were to sit down to watch that match, if the match was definitely just first half, there will be a lot of rant basically on the timeline on Twitter. Everybody's going to be like complaining that this is not what we were expecting from Alonso. But second half was definitely the plan. Definitely, the second half was what I should be expecting this season coming from him, and maybe rotations and flexibility in the game. But listen, and for those who are not able to watch the match today, I know it was really crazy. CFC TV was really just mad everywhere. Then I was able to plug in later during the match. But let's just come with me and just pick it up one by one. So the first thing I'll be talking about literally is the reaction to the lineup. When I first saw the lineup, I was like, okay, who is playing left back, who is playing right wing back. But when the match started, I literally saw that, oh, Palestra was literally playing left wing back. But I don't know what Alonso's plan is definitely for this season. But I don't want to be seeing Palestra fully as the left wing back all through this season. I think we brought people for that position. But then I can't blame him because Gusto is back, Rich James is there, Neto is fantastic. Today's game was literally like, oh, Neto has chosen his spot for right wing back. Although there's a little tricky part. I don't want to be seeing Rich James in midfield. We don't have Enzo, Lavia, Bako, and Ederson to be playing, and Esugo to be playing Rich James in midfield. This guy is amazing in the right half space, but no, I would prefer playing him in the right centre back. I believe Fofana should go to maybe the centre, or he should battle it out with lacroix. I believe Rich James, Achipong, right centre back. But nevertheless, the lineup was really good. There was not much complaint about the lineup. The match started and Rogers got his first goal. First goal. No 7 right there, right? But yeah, it's by next week we'll know the necessary things, right? But Rogers was really spot on. It kind of seemed like he played around the attacking midfield, but literally the left half space. Then he allowed Palmer to do the whole distribution. Palmer was literally amazing this game. Yeah, there were some little lapses where he lost the ball and everything, but he was literally picking every spot out in the game. But Rogers' first goal, well, fair play. I can give him a 6, 7 over 10 performance. Then the whole of first half was just tricky. After the goal, it was like we sat back. We allowed Real Sociedad to like come into this game, and they kept eating on every choice. In fact, this first half was literally the choice of Sanchez, making Sanchez know that he's the number one for this season. Like, he kept us in that game before he considered the goal from Maramburu. And trust me, I feel like Sanchez should be number one. Pendas can turn up in FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and probably swipe his way in, but Sanchez is number one. Secondly, the defense was just a little bit shaky, but well, we would see along the game. It's like, look, Cowell, his passes are really, really spot on passes. Across defended where necessary. Fofana did his beat. I think when he moved to the CCB role, he was better, and that was second half, right? That's why I said I need him to battle it out with lacroix in that role. I feel like there should be a lot of rotation in our defense. The good thing is they should all stay injury-free and they should be strong because we need them for this season, right? The major reason why I feel like that first half was a little shaky was the fact that we didn't really have a controller with Caicedo in that midfield. And Real Sociedad had the whole option to like play around us in that midfield, literally. But I think when we came in the second half, I think Alonso kind of did something. I don't know what he did or what he said to them, but our tempo was better. Like, we attacked and pressed better. We distributed the ball around us even better. So second half, which was really, really an amazing time to watch. Like I feel like a lot of people connected at that point, but really amazing match. Like JOAO PEDRO is the #1 striker for this season. Yes, I know Haaland is there, but I believe that this is someone we should be watching out. Yeah, Isaac should really turn up this season, right? Because of what he had this season. But I believe that the top 3 strikers for Premier League this coming season is Haaland, JOAO PEDRO, Isaac, or Watkins. Well, we can never tell. We never can tell who really turns up. Gyökeres can decide to turn up. Havertz can decide to turn up. We have Sesko and the rest in Mayu. Umbremo, yeah, he can turn up. But JOAO PEDRO is the man. He's the man. That's our main man for this season. Like, we need him to be injury-free this season. We need to make sure that he doesn't get an injury. He needs to be protected. That's our star player up front. Then the 2 combinations between Palmer and Rogers was really stunning. They were right 1 or 2 turns around. Well, they removed Rogers and others in second half, but Palmer was still controlling every beat when necessary. Then the second goal came from Reece James in the right hand spot area, and he took a cross. That's like Reece James' trademark. That cross. I was so sure that JOAO PEDRO was going to head that goal, or anybody at that point was going to head that goal. Yeah. So second goal by JOAO PEDRO, assist by Reece James, but I didn't want him in that midfield. Please, Alonso should find a way to just push him back to right centre back or move into, right centre back, because I don't see him playing the wing back. The wing back role really looks like we need someone that runs a lot in that spot, and I feel like that's when Neto, Palestra comes in, Quenda comes in, because I think that's why that role is basically. So no harm in playing that 3-4-3. Is more like a 3-5-2 or 3-2-5, yeah, because it was really dynamic. Third goal, yeah, JOAO PEDRO again. Man, this guy is technical. This guy is skillful. He can hold play. He can. When we bought JOAO PEDRO at first, I wasn't like so hung up on him, but man, this guy is. I'm excited for the season for JOAO PEDRO. Last season, I think he got 15 goals or 16. And I believe we should be setting like 20 to 25 this season for him in Premier League. He should be able to challenge with JOAO PEDRO, with Rogers and Palmer behind him. I believe he has everything. But the second goal from JOAO PEDRO, JOAO PEDRO's second goal rather, which was the third goal, made by Gusto. What a lovely pass by Gusto. Although I don't know why Gusto was also in the same spot where Reece James was, which is around the midfield. I believe, well, I love the fact that Alonso's tactics is all about finding the space, right? And he was a free man. Gusto was a free man. And the same way Gusto plays a very lovely pass. I didn't expect that from Gusto. He's one of those players I don't want to see this season, but apparently he's back, and I don't think any club is coming for him. Maybe Man City. I don't think so at this point. But Gusto, what a play. What a play. And very fantastic. I feel like the second half we really dominated. We kept Real Sociedad a little bit out of our box a bit. So we could not even see more of Benders. We could not see more of Chavarri at the back, at the other side. And Archibald did these days. There was someone that was running with the ball. I'm trying to remember his name. And ran to the front post. I think it's Fana or Ato, I'm not sure. And I was just like, wow, this is it. The tempo was literally amazing in the second half. And I believe that one thing that Alonso needs to work on going into the season is how we drop immediately we score. I think that's something we have not yet changed. The moment we score a goal, we literally drop back for the opponent to scores back. And that's not how it is. That's not how the big clubs is. PSG doesn't allow that. Bayern doesn't allow that. You keep pressing until you get your second, third goal, right? But then football is a game of 2 hours, right? Basically. But no panic. I feel like the second half was like a precedent to like tell us that okay, he knows how to change his game in between games, right? I think that's a tactical part about Alonso that many people don't talk about. Like if you watch his Bayer Leverkusen side, the minutes they are down, there's always that last chance that comes up. I love the fact that he always score at the diamonds, but I don't want to be waiting till 90th minutes for my club to win, right? But it shows that he literally does tactical switches at one point, and that was literally his first half was like, nah. I'm sure best bit of our game this half of this game was the second half, and it was really spot on. Like, it showed all parts of play, especially when Enzo came in. Now, talking about Enzo, well, I'm glad the deadline has ended, and I didn't want to drop a video before it because I didn't want to be talking about Enzo and anything happens, right? But what a man! What a man! He's the only player that's made Chelsea have two different fan bases. We have the fan base that like, oh, what a snitch, he's not coming out to like back us up. But we also have the fan base that respects him and want him in the club. I want him in the club. He's one of the best midfielders in Premier League, right? He's a controller. When he came in with Caicedo and before Lavia with Caicedo, yeah, before Lavia came in, he was the man. Like, controlled the play, moved. And one thing I noticed, he didn't go beyond, right? In Maresca time, we had him crashing balls, but he didn't really go beyond the necessary spaces he had to occupy. And I feel like that's something we need to also recognize, because I think I told someone of recent that we already brought Rodgers for that space. We have wingers playing that space because I think that's where they need to play the little bit. So under Alonso, I don't think Enzo will need to like do a lot of box crashing, except for a few games. Maybe when we need a goal and maybe there's a serious low block, right? But it will definitely fit with Caicedo. I don't want to let go of Enzo when I've not watched him with this new coach. Basically, that's my major thoughts about this saga. Like, you can't let go of your best player. It's season when he does get a new coach. Let's have him to probably January. If he doesn't turn up or he has a little lapses where we need a proper six, maybe Watson. I'm a big fan of Watson. I really want him in Chelsea, but Enzo is still there, right? So I feel like that necessary thing needs to be sorted. Let's give Enzo to January if nothing happens. But can his agent just gonna sit down somewhere? I don't know why that guy is literally causing problems. Enzo was booed at some points. Then there's the side of the fan base that was literally singing his name. I'm part of that from where I am right now. But yeah, I don't think he needs to be booed. Like, I believe fans should understand that he has been with us for a while. He's a go-getter, and everyone will be disappointed as a player if where you wanted the club to be is not there, right? So, but basically, it was a fantastic game. Lavia decent. Fofana played 90 minutes, which is good to know and good to hear. Estavio, I need to understand what you are doing. Quenda is behind you right now. Be a little bit clinical. You're no more a boy at this point. When you watch players like Yamal, I don't think we should be giving Estavio his own laps. But yes, definitely he will grow in time. But we have compared you already last season, right? But Estavio needs to be like a little bit clinical. He needs to know what he's doing. I believe that if Quenda is given that same chance he's given, he might lose that spot to Quenda. But lovely game. It's good to see that we already have a second team, a little bit, not that strong, but we have a second team to come on for FA Cup, and we have much rest. I can't wait for the season to start next week. Definitely, I'll be dropping another review about the season, my expectations, and what to expect of Alonso. But today's game was really nice. Good to see the fans. For the fans to see Alonso in full flesh because everybody has been up and down. And yeah, we might not be traveling as the banters may come, but I hope that as we are staying in England, we are pursuing the title. We are pursuing the title. Like, maximum be a challenger, minimum top 6, minimum. In fact, brutally, and maybe with nothing. Like, if we are not even going to perform, we should not be less than top 6, top 4 title majorly. But come on, boys, it's a big season ahead. Thank you.